By the end of our time together, I am going to beat, push, prod, love, and encourage you to think of disabilities in a totally different way. And here's why. Because we have to. Because if we don't, all of these seats will become disabled seats by the year 2025. Because if we don't, the parking lot at Costco or the parking lot at Safeway is going to be all disabled spots. I was adopted at birth. A young couple in their mid-20s who had already had two beautiful girls decides to adopt this baby boy without legs and funny-looking arms. Why? I have no idea, and they still don't even know why. After me, they had a fourth child, biological child, and so they always said they had to buy their boy, because I grew up with three sisters. Something unique that I want to point out as it relates to my birth is, had I stayed with my biological family, what would the natural reaction been from everyone around my biological parents when they have this baby without legs and funny-looking arms? The very normal reaction would have been, I'm sorry, right? Because I came out unperfect. Whereas when a young couple adopts a baby boy without legs, what's that like? That's like the coolest thing you ever heard of, right? It's like, woohoo! My sisters are still upset because I had the best baby shower ever. When I was born, the adoption file was about that thick. And it said, this guy's going to need a special school. He will need 24-hour care. He will need this and that and this and that in order to live an everyday life. When I was born, society did not look at me and go, this guy's going to get married someday, he's going to have 4 kids, he's going to start 2 multi-million-dollar companies, and someday he's going to be speaking to the city of Hillsboro. Nobody said that. The key, use your judgment and push yourself to choose a different response. Respond with opportunity and grit versus guilt and sadness. So when you see someone with disabilities, have them open the door for you rather than you open the door for them. Have them get you the milk rather than you get them the milk. It's okay. I am giving you permission to do that. And that's good for them, it's good for you, and it's phenomenal for society. But man, it's a totally different way of thinking about it, right? Why we would store the cereal on the very top shelf, you know those drawers that come just underneath the ceiling? Okay, we stored the cereal on the very top shelf of those drawers. Why? I have no idea, but that's where we did it. And I remember asking my mom, Mom, can you get me down the cereal? And she said, no, I think you could get it down yourself. Now, how in the world, sitting on the ground, am I going to get the box of cereal from the ceiling? Is it possible? I pull the drawers out from underneath the counter, and I use them as a ladder to get up onto the counter. Then while I'm on the counter, I'm standing on my little foot, and I have a spatula in my hand, and I'm trying to teeter-totter the box of cereal. Now, of course, my mom's standing behind me to make sure I don't fall down, but I knew I needed to eat. I knew I needed legs. I knew I needed a college degree, that I couldn't be a fireman. I couldn't go into construction. I couldn't do the physical things of life. I knew that in order for me to live an independent life, I knew I needed a brain. College was actually really difficult for me. I even flunked out and temporarily went to another school, and I wrote a letter to the academic principal and said, you got to let me in because in order for me to live an independent life. And the epiphany I went through during my time off is that being disabled, I won't be able to live an independent life without this college degree. So I knew I needed a degree. I knew I needed a wife. I'll never forget the day I was in junior high and I came home and I said to my older sister, she was 4 years older than me, I was in junior high, so she was looking at life through her lens, being in high school. And I said, Romney, I'm never going to get married. And she said, oh, shut up. Of course you are. The key here with all these segments of stories is, what's your handicap? When I asked my mom to get the box of cereal, that would have been handicap for her to get that for me. When I wanted legs, and after UCLA and Stanford said no, it would have been handicraft to stop there. When I don't want to do the dishes tonight when I get home because it's Thursday night and I'd rather have a beer or two, that's handicraft, right? Handicraft is a limiting belief adopted as reality. And what you have to do is flush it. You have to flush it down the toilet whenever it comes up, either during the day or throughout the week or whenever it comes up. And when you interact with people with disabilities and they're throwing some handicraft at you, push back on that and say, no, you can do it yourself. You have potential as a dad, you have potential as a husband, you guys have potential with the city of Hillsboro, you guys have potential in your community. And people around you have way more potential than they themselves know. But the key is to unlock it. And through that grit and opportunity versus sadness, and grit and opportunity versus sadness and guilt, and being able to overcome your handicap in accomplishing as much as possible in this limited time we're here on earth. So that's my message. Disabilities. We got to change the culture. Otherwise, I'm not kidding you, but when you go to Disneyland, if you ever go, or when you go to Disney World, or when you go to Topgolf, everything's going to be disabled parking, and every suite or every line or whatever is going to be all disabled people. So we've got to change the culture where everybody has a disability, because it's true. Each and every one of you have a disability. Whether it's, just like I said, I eat to feel good. I'm a control freak. I push my kids too hard. Last night I was doing something at work and it was really hard for me not to lose my patience and want to strangle everybody. Those are my disabilities. We all have disabilities. And no one wants to be disabled. I don't want to eat to feel good. I should be working out. I should be doing something else. And so we need to change this culture where people don't want to create a bill that says procrastination is a legal disability.